Hey, what's happening?
John!
I'm here.
What's up, John Bukenas?
Yes, Bukenas. The same thing.
I was going to ask, was it like anus? Like...
No, but I guess it could be. Rob and Slim, my fellow social media shit starters, how are you?
Great. How you doing, John?
Not too bad. You know, it's funny. The show is more educational than I thought.
Our show, really? Oh,
yeah, because I've been watching, just trying to catch to see what you guys were doing in case I could think of something, funny to talk about. And, tomorrow I'm going to try to use the phrase back that ass up in a sentence. Probably at the Dunkin' Donuts in the coffee line. Right. Something like that. Hey, can you back that ass up a little bit? I wanted some ice in this. Something like that.
Are you going to try to felch somebody too?
Yeah, you can use felching.
I don't know.
You're like, can I get an extra straw? I might have to felch later.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. I don't know. I think those days are over.
I don't know how old of a gentleman you are, but I would think you'd leave the felching for your 20s. Like, if you're
I'm 55.
Okay, so you're past the felching
I'm an older guy.
phase.
My felching days are long since past.
They're way in the past.
It's like I'm a 15-year-old kid stuck in a 55-year-old body. That's my problem.
That's a great problem to have. Like, that's my thing. Like, I'm mentally.
I think
15.
I agree. Yeah,
yes.
I agree.
I
got a little, but I got a little beef here. I'm listening, and you're telling Matt Mellor that his is the only show you listen to. What do I got to do? What, I got to give you a reach around or something?
I met Brand X. That's what I meant.
I met Brand X.
No, I can't get enough of the Pet and Mellor, bro. I don't know. Like that.
I do. I like them too. I was on the show.
I've listened to you. I heard that episode. I've heard your show a bunch. I have listened to your show a bunch, but on a weekly basis, Pet and Mellor. That's just, I don't know. It's
because I called you Ron when I first talked about you, the Ron and Slim show, right? That was what it was when I didn't know who you were. After we did that whole thing with the
cock
Tom
Nazis,
and Steve show,
the cock Nazi fight. We're
the cock Nazis. That got us both blocked on Twitter.
Oh God, what are those guys doing now?
Hey, they're coming back October 4th. I can't wait.
Oh my God, I can't fucking wait. We gotta get back on that.
Did they relaunch? What did they relaunch and give up again?
I don't know. I hope they went out and bought another microphone.
I was gonna say, are their interviews still gonna be just like, what microphone you're using, what mixer? Because I heard you talk about a mixer, and I was gonna warn you about going the Tom and Steve route. I don't want you to do that, bro.
Dude, the thing is, it's like, okay, I'm a gearhead every once in a while. We all like good stuff. And I went out and I paid like $600 for this mixer.
I was gonna ask which one you got, because Slim just grabbed a Yamaha.
This is a Zoom L12 live track. It's got the recorder. You put an SD card in this. I've seen now. I'm doing a Tom and Steve thing. But
anyhow, I really wanted to ask you about that.
Right, and it's got 5 different headphone jacks, and it's got all kinds of stuff. It's all pretty. It's so sophisticated. I'm too stupid to work it, but I'm getting better at it.
I hate that when you actually need the manual, when you can't just figure it out. Like, I hate that.
So I got that, and I've been working on it, and I think we're going to have it set up for this next Friday show. Not that you're going to listen.
You haven't used it yet? No, I'll be listening to Pet and Mellor, bro. Pet and Mellor.
You'll be listening to Pet and Mellor, yeah.
John, I'll listen. I'll listen.
Will you listen, Slim? All right, let me just tell you what we have. Our show that came out this week. All right, here's what we talked about. Mom makes brownies for bake sale with her own breast milk.
I listen to that.
There's comedy in that, right?
I listen to that, yes.
Female fitness blogger stopped shaving. She had hairier legs than probably you guys do. I mean, to be honest with you, it looked like she had Larry Fine in a headlock. She stopped shaving for like a year. And then a woman says that she taped her friend getting gang raped while she was unconscious and put it on Snapchat, and she was arrested.
What else did you do?
That's entertainment.
I would be screaming World Star as well.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have you had your friend, get you all drunk and have people come over and rape you?
Oh, every
night. And
then
film it.
Yeah.
And then, remember that time when we got you wasted and I called all those strangers over to rape you?
Remember when everybody watched it on Snapchat?
I think that's why Lamborghini left. He got tired of me calling people over to rape him.
You silly goose. Like, look what you did wrong.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I want to come in studio one time just to go over there and straighten that shade on the back window, because every OCD guy is just fixated on it. They're not even listening to you. They're just watching that shade in the back. Now, it's a little bit crooked, and it's driving them crazy. But I like the way you go for it. No, let me come over. I'll do it. Me or that comedian that was on earlier. I can't think of his name. I'm horrible.
Craig Loydren.
Craig.
Yes. All right. Well,
Yes.
Rob's fixing it right now. There we go. It's fixed. That's perfect.
I can't see it now. See, I don't have the video up because I'm on here and I didn't want to have feedback.
Oh,
You'll see it later. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it later. I watch your show. All right, so let me tell you how I listen to your show.
All right.
Because it's long. It's a long show.
It's long and strong, and it'll do you wrong.
Right. So what I do is I go to bed listening. Then I fall asleep.
Ooh.
About like 2.5 hours later, I got to wake up to pee. I'm 55. I got to wake up to pee. I wake up, I hear the last part of the show. So that's how it works.
So we put you to sleep.
Yeah, you guys do.
Who's
One
more
night a week, you
soothing?
guys put me to sleep. I listen, and then usually I'll nod out or something like that. But
Like, do you
no,
wake?
it's-
Is it like learning? Like when you go to sleep, like do you know things when you wake
Right.
up? Like are you saying like back that ass up? Like you don't even know where you got it from, but you just start saying.
there has been times where I fell asleep, and it sounded like I'm in the studio with you. I can hear you guys
Ooh,
talking,
that's awesome.
Oh, like
and it's like
dreaming?
I'm in the studio with you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
happened a couple times.
I want to
Not
know
gonna lie.
if we like enter your dreams.
Ooh, it's
Yeah,
like
you did.
Dreamception. It's like podception.
Pod session.
Pods.
One time, Slambo screamed something. I mean, I sat straight up out of bed. I was like, "What the hell was that?" It's Slambo screaming something. I don't know. He's something. Jay is a cunt. I don't know what it was, but it was something like that. I don't know what that was.
Oh shit! How long have you been doing the podcast for, John? Because it is a great show. I love everything, even from your intro. I love that you use that Peter Griffin clip. Oh.
Yeah, it was perfect for us.
It's great.
We've only been doing this show for a year. I've been in podcasting since 2012, so it's 5 years.
So, okay, yeah, that's kind of like us. We did like a year before with a different show name. But you did work in college radio, correct?
Work is a strong word. I did go to college for radio.
Okay.
And then I started working in a summer job. I took a job as driving a truck for an elevator company. And then they said to me, "Hey, would you like to be an elevator? We get into business and work in a union?" And I said, "Listen, dude, my two biggest fears in life are electricity and heights. And as far as I'm concerned, you work with electricity in high places." And they're like, "Yeah, first year you make 50 grand." I'm like, "I'll try it." So I worked in the
so
elevator
you just-
business for 25 years.
Wow. Did you ever see any gnarly like elevator
Yes.
accidents? Like,
Oh, yes.
do tell.
Yes, a lot. I can tell. I could fill 3 hours with stories.
Wow. Holy shit. I heard you say two once. Didn't you hurt your knees doing it? Like,
Yeah, I fell down the steps with a 25-pound toolbox and tore up my lower back and my knees. That's why I don't do the elevator thing anymore.
oh.
I'm curious.
But-
Did you ever get over your
Your
like
fear,
like
of,
the fear
of
of
electricity and shafts?
My fear of electricity, yes. Fear of heights, no. Like I can go high as long as I feel safe, but I can't walk open steel. Yeah, if I walk open steel, you couldn't pound a pin up my ass with a sledgehammer. It's very hard for me to do that, because there's a real chance of falling. But yeah, I watched. Well, dude, I had one time where one of my best friends, a platform broke and he went down the hoistway and he was killed. So yeah, I've seen some pretty gnarly stuff in the elevator business.
Wow. Goddamn.
I saw one time. Oh, this is one time I was in a hotel, and a guy he had these little schnauzer dogs, and the door opened and he wasn't paying attention, and one schnauzer dog ran in, and the door shut, and everything, and it started running up, and he still had the leash on, and when the elevator went up, the leash caught and ripped the dog's head off. Any other stories you want?
Yeah, keep going. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Play some like music, and we'll just sit back and listen to elevator
music or,
music.
The guy cried in the lobby for half an hour, cradling a headless dog.
Oh,
And I'm like,
no.
what do I do here? How do I do this?
you pet the torso.
Yeah.
He was a good boy.
Right.
You wag the tail.
Was he wasn't cradling the head. He had the body of
He
the
had
dog.
the body. The
And
head
then-
was he's had like a bloody arm. It was horrible. It was
And then
a
you do
horrible
like
scene.
a
I
little
really-
Astro voice. I rub roo. I rub
Yeah,
roo.
just holding that.
Little Scooby-Doo.
Taking it off.
I rub roo, Strugger.
They called me down one time to an escalator shutdown in Atlantic City, one of the casinos. And I get down there and they say, "You're going to be there soon?" I said, "Well, I'm about a half hour out." And they go, "Well, you better get down here because the lady died." I'm
Lady
like, "I'm
died?
sorry, you say died?" And they said, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh no." So I get down here, and what happened was she was trying to walk. The escalator was shut down, and she tried to walk down. She had a cane, and instead of going to an elevator, the lady died of stupidity. To be quite honest with you, she tried to walk down the escalator with a cane, and three-quarters of the way down, she seized and then just tumbled down to the bottom like a bag of footballs, and then she died at the bottom.
Like Lil Wayne. Was it Lil Wayne? Who was Lil?
I don't know, but we had to open it up to get all the blood out. We had to open up the bottom plates and all to get the blood out of the stuff. So
you had to call somebody else to take care of shit like
all
that.
I did was
what are these
take
burgers
the screws
made
out,
of, John?
remove the
These
plates.
burgers are delicious. What meat did you use for this?
So yes. But I do like podcasting better, to be honest.
That's what I'm going to say. Why didn't you ever go on radio? But I see it was so lucrative doing the dead lady cleanup.
Well, the thing is that I'm from Philadelphia. You guys are from we're in Jersey, but I'm from the Philadelphia area. You're from the New York area of Jersey. And I was doing an internship at a station in Philadelphia called Eagle 106 at the time. And it was when Danny Bonaducci first came into radio.
I loved him. I fucking loved Bonaducci.
Well, here he showed up, and he didn't know what to say or know anything. And here the interns are all writing his breaks for him, like they're writing things down, and he's reading off of cue cards.
Wow!
And they did it for weeks until he could finally get into what was going on. So I thought to myself, and they fired a guy that was like 20 years in the business, and they're like, "You're out. Here comes Danny Bonaducci, and he doesn't even know how to do a break."
Yeah. That happens a lot with like celebrities. They just bring them in. They do shitty radio. Right. They did it with Whoopi, and Whoopi's funny and a great person.
It's happening in podcasting. You got Anna, that lady, the girl from what's it? The NBC. What show is it with Moms? Moms. It's the show Moms. She was married to the guy who was Chris Pratt. Her Anna First or Anna something like that.
Sounds familiar. I don't.
Okay. Anyhow,
I don't watch.
Her show is 4th in iTunes in comedy. 4th. I'm like, that's not funny. That's not a funny show. How's that in comedy?
Wow.
So it happens the same thing. Same thing.
Fuck.
We're over here, doing all kinds of stuff, trying to make a name for ourselves, and she just shows up, opens up her microphone. She's 4th in iTunes.
I can't wait to get that big, though. Gentlemen. Once I get that big, I'm just going to fucking just call it in. And I'm just going to be, everyone else be doing shit. Like, it's going to be, I'm not even going to talk. I'm not even going to be here when I get to that point.
That's amazing. We'll just put an inflatable Rob in there instead.
I don't give a shit. I already shit the show out anyway. It's just a real piece of garbage.
I like the show. You guys get a lot of comedians and stuff. And you get a lot of people that it's very. I love it. I wish I had your contacts.
I kind of feel like Twitter. I just ask people, but I kind of feel like it's gotten so easy to like prep for interviews. Like I'm not even trying. Like some days it's like, is this even going to be good? Like I just did this in 10 minutes. Like it's gotten so easy, but I guess I've just figured it out. I don't know. I have no idea.
I think you just got to be interested in the topic and the show. Like I had Ryder reach out to us. She's reaching out to all the people.
I know she was on Penn and Miller. I know she was gonna message you, and I think Dave Hodge. She was gonna do an interview on.
So now the thing is, like now I'm 3rd on the list. You know what I mean? It's like I'm the 3rd guy in, and I'm a little like, well, I don't know though. I mean, she's a great girl. I loved her on your show, and Penn Miller did. Like, what do I do with her now?
You know what I'm saying? You want with her.
Here's the thing. I think she's missing out on a whole market. This whole sex phone thing, I don't know how lucrative that is, but I'm thinking to myself, as a guy who's been married, don't have phone sex. Have angry, I can't stand my wife phone calls. Like the phone rings and, she picks up and goes, hello, and you go, you shrunk my golf shirt, you whore. If she could put
like
up with
a role play. Like she's, you could probably call her and do that with her. I'm sure
this house is a mess, and I put one thing on the kitchen table. Right? You got to move it immediately, you cunt.
This dinner got cold. Like this dinner's cold. I'm gonna slam the plate against the wall, and you're gonna clean the spaghetti off of it.
You call this a meatloaf, you twat? Stuff like that.
That's what you do in the interview. That's what you do in your interview with Ryder.
There you go.
Right. Well, see, what happens is, guys, if you were going to do phone sex with a woman, you wouldn't do it the same way women don't want to hear about, how big's your cock and all. They don't even care. They don't even like a big cock. They just want one that fits. It's like, you're going to put that where?
That's what Slim says.
It's like if someone walked up to you with a baseball bat and said, bend over, I want to shove this in your ass. I wouldn't want that. But maybe something that fit.
I would.
Wouldn't be as bad. You would?
Yeah, right? You got to at least feel it.
Maybe it's me. Okay. Maybe it's me. But you know, for me, I just think that women, they want to be. It's like, you know, if you're going to have phone sex with a woman as a guy, you say, hey, baby, I'm going to have a car meet you. She's going to take you to the spa. You're going to get your hair blown out, mani-pedi. You're going to go shop and get an outfit. I'm going to meet you for dinner. You know, all of a sudden, the next thing you know, she can, you know, her socks are wet. So
I'm going to give you the master. I'm going to give you the American Express. That's what I'm going to do. And that's going to. So that's your MO. I like that, John. You can do phone sex with Slim. Yeah. Slim loves to give phone sex.
Do you really? I can't get into it. I mean, it's like porn. I can't watch porn and get into it because I know there's a guy standing right there with a camera 2 inches from this guy's ass.
I kind of like when there's like the party scene in a porn and you see flashes from cameras going off. I think that's even hotter. I think that's fucking hot.
You can hear, yeah. Or the girl's like, she's had enough and she's looking at the director like, please, like if she had a white flag, she'd be waving it, right? And it just, I don't know, it just takes everything out of it for me.
That's so good. That's like,
you're overthinking it, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
You're trying to like empathize with the like actresses and stuff. Like, I wonder what she's thinking.
You're like, I wonder if food services gave her a good lunch. Like, I don't give a fuck. I hope she got paid in like just a razor blade and Coke.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think everybody should make a living, but you know, she's looking over like, please make this stop. I mean, we've been doing this for a half an hour. There's just no way this would normally be a half an hour.
Oh, she knows what she got herself into. She knows.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
But
I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that I got daughters too now. Like I can't go to a strip club anymore. It's ruined it for me. Because like once you have a daughter and you hold her in your hand, you go, my job, the only job in this world is to keep you off the pole.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I only have sons, so I
see.
Good.
Yeah. So now you can still go to strip clubs. I can't.
So like if you went to a strip club, you'd just be thinking like, oh, my daughter might end up here one day.
Could be my daughter. Yeah. Like
Well, it's like, you know, what happens is you figure out how old they are, and you're like, yeah, okay, so she's the same age as, you know, I watched my little girl grow up. And now this is what happened. And some father's drinking like a 40 somewhere crying, well, my daughter's a stripper. What did I do wrong?
There's also some fathers spending the entire family's like Christmas money on that stripper, though. So like she could be doing good for herself.
It's the circle of life.
I'm supposed to be out Christmas shopping right now. Here's all the money.
There you go. Get your little bastard kid something. Right.
My sister is a stripper. I actually I don't know like how my father ever felt about it, but he didn't seem like he really cared.
Oh, I figured
he didn't really care.
I figured he just owned you and her.
Well, how do you?
I never.
A stripper?
Oh, I don't give a
Can we call them both right now?
No.
And have
call. Let's get a four-way going here with Dad, the sister, you, kind of like you know, like Jerry Springer or something like that. So your daughter's a stripper. The first thing he says, she's a stripper? I thought she was a dancer.
So wait, you never asked your dad?
No, like I know he knows, but like he's never brought it up in conversation. Like I don't think he's like disappointed. It's just like, it's just.
That's my girl.
Yeah,
that's my girl.
Can't wait for
like
Thanksgiving
maybe he
over
expected
at the
it. I don't know. I mean, I expected it, so I assume he expected it too. Just knowing my sister, that's just what she was going to amount to. So
okay.
I don't know.
I did have him. I did have a clip of him.
Just shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got.
That is what he said when I confronted him about it.
Right. So, I don't know. I mean, it's just, well, listen, they make good money for a while. Then what? You know, there's a certain, it's like NFL players.
I was just going to say, it's like an athlete. Yeah, you can't do it past like 30 probably. Your knees are blown out and the backyard is all sloppy. Like, yeah, like.
Right.
The driveway is like, it started to come up. There's roots coming up through it. You know, it's all fucked up. The shutters are getting loose.
Yeah, you can't make that. You can't climb that pole anymore. You can't do that V-scissor thing anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, you're just kind of swinging around.
Same thing like the felching. You leave that for the 20s. You leave that for the young ones.
Right. There you go. You're like that old cougar that's hanging out at the bar, at the end of the bar, waiting for something to happen. I don't know.
Do you think there's any smart strippers that actually like save their money and like invested and?
No, never.
I know one. I do know one.
What?
Really?
Yeah, well, see, one of the things in living in New Jersey and working in Philadelphia as an elevator mechanic, in the summertime, all these Pennsylvanians would go across the bridge and it would clog up traffic. So I would get across the bridge and they would call me for a call. So we used to just hang out on Fridays at a strip club. and we would go down there. And there was this one girl, and she was gorgeous. I mean, stunning. And she said to me, I'm just doing this to get through college. She would show up in a cab, and she would do, work all day. And then all of a sudden one day, boom, she vanished. She made her money. She got her degree, and she was gone. And she did. She
just
put her money to use.
Yeah.
So it can be done. It's not done usually, but it can be done.
Nah. Fuck.
Most of the time, it's just in, meth and cigarettes.
Right. Just spend it.
Not your
it's all the
sister.
fun shit.
I'm sure.
No.
Nah,
Not Slim Sister.
Not Slim
She's
Sister.
better than that.
But other ones.
When is
I don't think she's saving any money though. I know that.
This interview got sad.
Oh, now we feel bad for Slim for some
To
reason.
be honest with you, I don't even know if she's still a stripper.
Still,
She
I
might-
thought you were gonna
she
say
might-
still alive. You
she-
didn't know if she was
I
still
don't know
alive.
that either, but she might not be a stripper. She's got 2 little boys, so I'm hoping that like maybe she moved on to something else. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in like years.
Is one of them named Slimothy Jr.?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, they're
At
both-
least she named them after you.
Yeah.
She should name them both after you.
She did, yeah. One's Slimothy Jr. and the other's one is Slim McGillicuddy, and that's what they are. So.
Slimothy and Slim.
Like, what do you do if you you go with your friends and you go to a strip club and there's your sister up on stage?
That's what I
What
was
do
gonna
you
say.
do?
Yeah, what would you
That's
do?
why I would just never go to any strip clubs.
I
in
would
Georgia.
just start jerking
Like,
off furiously. I would just start jerking off furiously. Just like I do when I think there's like a ghost in the room, because that's the only way to like get ghosts out of your house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just
Who knew?
masturbate furiously. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's in every like ghost hunting book. I know.
Yeah,
like,
it's
prevention.
a lot of
books and-
rituals have
Yeah.
masturbation
Mm-hmm.
and butt plugs. That's why I got so many.
Well, I would just not live in haunted houses. But you go. You do you. I don't know.
Oh shit, John, we have to wrap this up, dude. But thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on, guys. It was a blast. And, if you want to catch us, if you don't want to be like Robin, check out the Brand X podcast. We'd appreciate it. Just go to brandxpodcast.com or just search for Brand X Podcast on any of your podcatchers.
Awesome, dude. Thank you, John.
Take care, guys.
You
Later,
too,
man.
brother.
Dude, that dog story on the elevator, like, holy shit.
It was hot.
It's the guy holding his decapitated dog.